The next thing I want to talk about that's just as important as consistency is building a rich, colorful environment for your players to play in. Now, maybe right now all you have is the two-dimensional map sheet and the figures that come in the box, and that's fine. But in the meantime, there are still things that you can do to provide a more visually and aesthetically pleasing environment for any of the passers-by or your regular players to play in, and these elements are going to make people want to come back. And one of the easiest things you can do right off the bat to make this environment more interesting for either your regular players or your passers-by is to come up with a set of mission objectives or a scenario of some sort that allows these people to work together as a team in order to accomplish a goal. Team building is such an important reason as to why people are going to want to come back to your games. When they work together and they accomplish the goal that you have set out in front of them, they are going to leave with a sense of accomplishment, and that sense of accomplishment is something that they are going to want to experience again and again and again. And they're going to have those conversations when the game is over about how things went or how things might have turned out differently if only one person hadn't been there at the right time and made the right shot to turn the battle around at that particular moment. And I guarantee you they are going to take those memories home with them and they will be chasing that high for the rest of their lives. Because at the end of the day, Battletech is the story of ordinary people doing extraordinary things. It's the stories of heroes that have the guts to win the day by doing whatever it is that needs to be done at the time it needs to be done with whatever they happen to have on them. And what you want to sell to your players is this rugged individuality. You want to tell your players that they themselves have the power to turn the game around with a single shot. And they can be the hero of the day where everybody points to them and says, man, if you hadn't done that at that one time, I don't know if we would have been able to pull this off. And the best way to get these moments to happen is by building scenarios and telling stories. Another part of building an environment like this is to paint your miniatures to the best of your ability. I know there's some trepidation there because a lot of folks don't feel like they have a lot of skill in that area, and I hate the word tabletop ready because when somebody is doing their best to paint a miniature, I don't think that it should be denigrated in any way, shape, or form, but I'm going to use that term here just because it gets across what I'm trying to say. Even if your miniatures are only of tabletop quality and they look good from an arm's length, great. Even if you're not the best miniature painter in the world, great. It doesn't matter. What matters is that your players will see that you are willing to put in the kind of effort that it takes to make everything look as visually pleasing as you possibly can. So when players walk by and they see these colorful minis sitting on this colorful battlefield and you tell them we're right in the middle of playing out this epic story and you could be the hero if you just jump in right now, you're instantly going to have a product on your hands that is way more attractive than what anybody else is doing if they're not going to the same lengths inside that store. And they're going to pick up that miniature and they're going to look at it and be like, oh man, that's badass. Look at the colors on this guy and look at that gun there. Oh man, that's cool. And you're instantly going to have a lot more appeal than you would have if they just picked up a piece of gray plastic. And we understand that the miniatures are fantastic quality, but when you paint them, it just brings out that character. It brings out that life. And people are looking for an escape from real life when they play these tabletop war games. And they will instantly be able to see themselves in this thing and go, oh man, yeah, that's going to be great. What do I have to do in order to get involved in this? Because that's going to lead to those kind of conversations where the player picks up the miniature and goes, oh man, this is great! Did you paint this? And that's going to send your confidence level shooting through the roof, and it's going to make you want to continue to bring this level of detail and this level of effort into your games. And believe me when I tell you, that's only going to pay dividends for you in the future. And that's really what you want to do at the end of the day, is sell this experience to the player. Not that it's just, well, tabletop board game night with the guys, I guess. No, this is you jump into your mech and you ride out onto the battlefield and you and your buddies are working on a mission objective, and in the meantime you have to kick the ass of the enemy up one side of the road and down the other, and everything is down to the wire, could go either way, and all it takes is one shot to knock everybody into next Tuesday and turn the battle around, and boom. You're instantly cooking with gas right here. They're going to have that inclusion. They're going to have that feeling of camaraderie as they work toward a goal. They're going to leave with that sense of accomplishment, and they're going to see that rich, colorful story environment, and I guarantee you, people are going to want to come back to your games. They're going to actively look forward to coming back to your games, and this is the kind of environment that you want to foster.